Hello, hello, hello. Reunion time. Made to Medicine episode was season 8, episode 17. Reunion part 1. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with what they're wearing. Some outfits, some looks. They look all right. I will say everybody looks decent. Neela, her dress, maybe the fitting of it is a little off. I don't know. Um, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, they look like some church ladies. They about to go to church. That's what they look like. And then Simone with that hair, that ponytail she got. Has anybody ever seen Mars Attacks? In there, they got this alien lady who got this ring, who was like an eyeball. That's what she kind of looked like. She was chewing that gum. That's what Dr. Simone looked like. Yeah, Dr. Jackie looked like she was going to church. Contessa, I guess it was all right. I don't know. The little, this all on the side, sure. Her hair was nice. I liked her ponytail. I think I liked Heavenly's hair and Anila's hair. And who else was there? Toya. Her dress was all right. What she was wearing? It was all right. Shiny. But anyway, they all look good. Okay, so we going to Anila because she's the new girl on the block, and Andy's just asking, so how you doing? It's your first time around. Dr. Simone says she thinks she fits in pretty well with the girls. She's navigated her way between everyone I think that we've seen throughout the show. She did try to establish a relationship with everybody on her own without Toya. And then they just go right into it. She moved into the house. Remember, it was $3 million, a little over budget, but hey, they got it. They moved in. It's lovely. Toya has not been there yet. Her mother has not moved in yet. Dr. Kieran don't want her there. Of course, let us live in our own house first before we start letting folks come in, especially your mama. And then they get in right into it with, what I'm saying? So, about her money and her budgeting, because she got a lot of backlash, on the internet. So Andy reads off the questions, such and such in Ohio says, why can't you, how can you afford a $3 million house, but you can't afford to pay your makeup and artist? And she like, okay, let's set the record straight. I paid my makeup artist. Here go Toya. Whatever, I got receipts. Okay, so Anila had receipts as well. She bring hers out, and it says that she paid, right? But Toya says, no. I got text messages between him saying how he was basically begging her to pay her. Like, when you gonna pay me? When you gonna pay me? And I mean, she did pay the people. She just didn't pay them on time, right? Okay, boom. Look at this. Okay, so we're doing an Anila hashtag of all the ladies, since she's a vlogger or whatever. So Andy asked her to hashtag all the ladies. Dr. Heavenly is Drag You About Daddy Couture. Dr. Jackie is Green with Envy. No New Friend collection for Simone. The Bridal Entanglement collection for Contessa. And Toya. Hashtag the U-Haul collection. I mean, really, I had a good chuckle out of that one. The U-Haul collection. Okay, so the breakdown between Toya and Anila came when Toya put Anila on blast in front of everybody about her not paying the makeup artist, right? Basically, Anila was mad because she like, dang, you put me out in front of everybody, dang, they don't even know me like that. Now, their first impression of me is that I'm just some broke bitch or whatnot, right? I can't pay my bills. And it's like, no, I can. I just might have had one little mishap one day. I mean, I might have forgot my wallet. I don't know what happened, but look, like she said, she paid the man eventually, right? Boom. So, um, so, and then she continues to say, well, you know, like, she just didn't appreciate the way she was talking about her as well to the neighbors in the neighborhood, because it's like, I'm not even here yet, and you telling them stuff about me, so when I go meet them, they already got these crazy things in their back of their mind, looking at me sideways, because what you said. That's what Anita was trying to say. She don't appreciate that, and I probably wouldn't either, because, girl, what the hell? And them calling her a lapdog, like, she like, I'm not your puppet, you know what I'm saying? You know, so she's trying to stand up for herself. And here goes Dr. Heavenly. Yeah, Toya, you just so blunt in your approach or whatnot. And everybody's like, what? You need to be quiet, Dr. Heavenly, because you are nowhere near, you have no couth at all, girl. Blunt, girl, be quiet. This ain't even your argument. And yeah, I know, but we're not talking about me. Shut up, Dr. Heavenly, shut up. Anywho, yeah, basically, they tried to squash this. Anila wanted an apology. Basically, remember, she just kept asking her, I just want you to apologize for just being disrespectful. And Toya says, all right, I'll give it to you. I'm sorry. We can get back to being friends. You know, she's like, I live right around the corner from you. Not for long. But hey, but hug it out. They hugged it out. But we'll see. You know how these things go. They nice now, then we get to the next season and they fall out again. So, or wait, we ain't even done with the reunion. They might fall out still at the end of the reunion. Next. Okay, so Miss Quad, she saunters her way into the room, you know, looking. Quad is fabulous as Quad can look, you know, almost look like one of them almost look like a fairy tale princess type with her ponytail, because it's like a long braid. Anywho, basically get right into her and Toya. You know, their little beef over the house situation, apartment, condo, whatever you want to call it. She moved out of it. She not renting no more. Mama got her house, pool in the backyard, the whole nine works, right? And she's all braggadocious about it, because guess what? She paid for it herself, okay? You know what I'm saying? On her own. And unlike Toya, because, you know, this is the shade towards her, who Eugene pays for everything. And, you know, so it's not necessarily all of her, but hey, it is what it is. Let her be her with her family and her man. Okay. But yeah, they just go back and forth and I think Quad was still holding on to the crap that Toya said on the internet. And basically, Toya's like, look, what I said still stands. So whatever it is, congratulations, you got a house. Boom. Whoop-dee, whoop-dee. You know what I'm saying? She's over it. Then they flip to her and Heavenly. Because, you know, they're like, Heavenly, you and Quad go back and forth like a lot. And for some reason, you just always forgive her. And, you know, Quad just says she doesn't really regret anything that she says too heavily in their midst of arguments and whatever, they little breakups and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? As a sisterly love, you know, because they're all so sisterly. I guess they could just do that to each other. We talk trash about you one day, and then the next day we're going to have drinks at the club. So that's Quad and Heavenly relationship. Boom. And it works for them, right? I guess they have an understanding, as basically what Heavenly says. She says, you know, I know Quad, so I understand her. Simone says, yeah, Quad. We all know you, that you're sensitive, you know, that you're, you hold a grudge and, you know, things to that nature. And I think they all just, you know, they treat Quad accordingly. I guess, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't even know why she's here, but she part of it. she's dating now. Andy talks about it's a rumor out here, or no, Dr. Heavily said it's a rumor that you're dating. And she said, yeah, I got a couple people on the line. And not surprisingly, one of them is a doctor. Ooh, is she trying to get back into the married to medical life? See you, quiet. We see you, girl. And, she living her life, living fab, quiet. All right, let's get to the next. All right, so we jump into Toya now. And you know how every time they get to a new person or a new topic, they roll that beautiful being footage, of all these events, that took place throughout the season to catch us up on what's going on. And the situation that we're going to talk about. So yes, Toya. Her montage was full of anger. Like all of the fights that she picked with all the women, all that's what they showed. So when they get done, Andy says, so now that you've seen how you were behaving these past few months, how do you feel about it now? Like, are you sorry for anything? Do you want to take anything that you might have said back? You know what I'm saying? Any regrets? And her answer starts off with a cry. Like, she couldn't even really say exactly what it was. She just broke down, right? And so they're like, so are you embarrassed? You know what I'm saying? Like how? And she's like, yeah, it's just a lot of things. I'm just, that was just, hogwash. I was going through a lot, Eugene, he's like, seeing that she starts this, like she says she was embarrassed or whatnot, but then she goes into this tangent about how Eugene's this doctor at the ER. So, every day they're dealing with the COVID. Every day, he's seeing these patients. He's seeing death every day. He's coming home. He's stressed. She's seeing him stressed is making her stressed. Is he sick? Is he going to be sick? What are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? And then the kids being in school, the virtual learning. Then you're stuck in the house. You can't go nowhere like she used to. She can't shop. She can't, you know what I'm saying? Can't go to the mall. Can't go to the movies. Like, just stress. And everybody's like, wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. We all live in COVID together. You're not the only one. And most of them who are sitting there are doctors. So they're saying, even though we're not in ER, you don't think we see a lot of crap in our hospitals as well? Especially being an OBGYN, how we have to deal with these women and babies and keeping all of them safe. And Contessa with her and Dr. Scott, like, they're all doctors. What do you mean? So they're all arguing her, trying to say that's not an excuse. In all honesty, Toya, is really not an excuse. So basically, you're taking your anger out, your COVID stress anger out on the girls. That's your excuse. And she's like, basically, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then she goes to say, well, nobody called me to check on me. Nobody asked me how I was doing. They like, that is some BS. We all called and checked on each other. So you is just definitely in delusional land at this point. She's just honestly hurt, like I said, and she's using all that COVID stress anger and putting it out on everybody instead of just trying to maybe go and get a doctor or therapist for her own self to work out some of that. Okay, so Dr. Jackie just tells Toya, look, you just need to just hold yourself accountable for your actions and just, you know what I'm saying? Just own up to your BS, girl. And so she says, all right, you right, Jackie, or whatever, and everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry that I was a terrible friend. I'm sorry that I was getting drunk on a lie, talking mess about people in their apartments. I'm just sorry for just being aggressive, you know, in her speech or whatever, right? And I guess they all just take it and say, fine, fine. So Andy asked her, so what's up with the house? Like, why y'all selling? Because, you know, they never gave an answer. Her answer is, you know, I guess she's going to make a lot of money selling it because the neighborhood is, you know, upscale neighborhood, so all the houses are like $1 million homes. So I guess if they sell it, then they're gonna make a couple million profit or whatever, and then just buy a new home. And she said it's just, you know, that dream home crap. Okay, whatever. It's out the window at this point, and she wants to be closer to the boys' school. All right, girl. It's not because of Anila. Yeah. So. Okay, so we have a little light moment, which is kind of cool. They do like a montage of the ladies having fun, you know what I'm saying? All that self-love and all that crap Jackie was doing, you know, the toys and the fun parties. And so, you know, get a couple little sexy questions in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, talking about how they like it long and straight or curved and, you know, Captain Hook. Which, you know, which is you with Captain Hook or you with, which one you like, girl? Okay, boo. Then they go into, you know, this lesbian relationship. Quad and Toya kissing, and you know, Andy gotta ask all the questions. They say, oh yeah, it was fun, it was nice, it was joy, you know, whatever. They enjoyed it. So then Heavenly says, well, I want to kiss Quad. She's like, oh, for real? So Quad gets up like she about to go do it, but then Heavenly sits back because she didn't do it. And then she said, well, you know, I'll kiss Toya too. And Toya said, all right, come on. So she get up and she grabs her head and just like that. So luckily we got a little fun in here because you know what? It ain't gonna last for long. Okay, ooh, I almost shed a little tear, y'all. I almost shed a little tear. Ooh, Contessa. Oh, should I say Dr. Scott? Ooh, no. Okay, so look. We got all that crap off the way. Anila, Toy, we got all that stuff out the way. So we can get to this, okay? Contessa. Get this montage. You know, things ain't been doing so good. Dr. Scott just ain't been the best husband these past few months, or should I say years, because this just didn't happen overnight. Now, the men have arrived, right? They're not sitting with them just yet. We'll get there next week. But they are definitely watching in the back, in the green screen room, or whatever they call it back at the green room. Yes, they watching. And they listening. And they say, so, is Dr. Scott cheating on you? She says, not today. Okay. Okay, so look, what is going on? Like, you guys were just on Instagram, y'all took a trip, you guys are just, you know, posting these happy, fun family pictures, and they look like everything's going so sweet, but underneath it's not so sweet. So you're confusing us, Contessa. And she's like, yeah, you know, we just been working, and I just feel like I don't want to have to be angry all the time, right? Like, we're not, you know, and I have kids, you know, we've been married all these years and I have kids, so am I just supposed to just sit there and just not do nothing? No, we're gonna act like a family and just be like everything is fine. It's just, we're rolling with the punches. That's what we're doing. We're just rolling with the punches. And he say, okay, it is confusing, like everybody's saying, yeah, so what are you telling him? Like, are you telling him how you feel? Like, you're supposed to stand firm in your shoes, girl, right? Here goes Simone. Yes, Simone uses her as an example. Remember Cecil, a couple years back, he had a friend who was a female that he spent a lot of time with. His golfing buddy is what he called her, right? Simone said, no, Cecil, golfing buddy got to go. If the golfing buddy don't go, I got to go. Okay? Remember they got the 2 houses or whatever? I'm going to go live in that house. You're going to stay over here with the kids and the dog and divorce. That's what she told Cecil. What did Cecil go do? He told golfing buddy, see ya girl. I need a new golfing buddy, okay? Maybe Eugene or somebody is that now. Or Curtis, hey, because he retired. We golfing together. Fuck her. Boom. She say, well, how do you do that, Simone? I just don't know how to do that. And they're like, no, you do know how to do it, Contessa. Unfortunately, you're just not either, you're just not being strong enough at this moment, or it's just something that's what's holding you back. So what's holding you back? It just doesn't make any sense at this point. It is very confusing because it's like 1 minute, right, she's mad, but then the next minute she's trying to justify his actions as to why this is going on. And the boys is in the back is like, man, this is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, Scott, what you doing? Like, is this the truth? And he like, man, I'm hearing this just like y'all hearing this. And they asked the ultimate question, divorce. Is divorce on the cards? And she says, I'm not going to answer it, but the ladies can answer for me. And of course, Miss Quad stands up and she says, look, Contessa has filed for separation. Not necessarily divorce, but separation. And Scott is in the back like, what? And they like, did she do that for real, dog? She did that to you? And he like, this is the first time I'm hearing this, and if this is right, I'm what? Listen, all the ladies, they look, the tissues come out, Contessa's over there. I mean, it was just a sad ending to Reunion 1, Part 1, guys. Listen, Contessa and Scott situation is going to get a little hot next week. Not going to be the best thing for him. Like I said, dude, you in the hot seat today, buddy, and you're going to have to answer these questions. And unfortunately, I don't think he likes it at all. And we're going to see that next week, though. So, poor Contessa, I'm so sorry. But you got to do what you got to do. Like I said, stand firm in your shoes, girl. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks for watching, y'all. Married to Medicine Reunion Part 1, Season 8, y'all. Peace out. See y'all next week for the next one. And what time is it? I gotta go to work.